we're back with Brave New World, our Buffy the Vampire Slayer TTRPG. I'm gonna mix it up today. I'm gonna say character art courtesy of Hero Forge and background images courtesy of Pixabay. That's for you, Kyle. Um,
I'm so proud.
in other news, we have our players somewhere surrounding me on this screen. Let's start with Bison. What do you do? Who do you play? Who are you? Where am I? When am I? Go.
Okay, I'm going to start with the when am I? I'm right now. I'm right here. Um, I play lots of people. I have many voices in my head. Tonight I am playing Jack. I got Ghost Aldridge, who also has voices in his head. Um, Tuesday I run the Cyberpunk Red campaign, Carnage Heights. I recently blew a player's mind and it's hilarious. She's been texting me all week. On Thursday, I play Encino, hopefully still playing Encino, the Dragonborn Paladin in our D&D 5e Fool's Gold campaign called King's Pyrite. And on Saturday, I play Sid Brimlock in our necrobiotic radio drama, Dead to Rights. He is trying to get some industry going. Um, and yeah, that's it. Let's go to
Administration job?
yeah.
What's that?
Howdy, folks. Nana Bat Kyle here, your friendly neighborhood Bat Kyle. You can find me on Mondays, so congratulations, right day here playing everybody's favorite half demon stoner oracle, Jacob King. You can also find me on Thursdays playing the dad energy salty brain cell, who I'll hopefully get to keep playing Badges Newth because we failed to stop the dire Tarrasque from waking up, and now it's our problem. So, just in case, you might be finding me playing a new character on Thursdays. That aside, you can't really find me anywhere else because social media sucks the life out of you, and well, I suppose I'm on some places, but I'm not telling you where. Anna.
Ooh, serious. See, usually I like to say you can't perceive me either, but that is like next level. Don't perceive me. Hi guys, I am Mana Queen, or Mana. I play here every Monday night as our lovely Ash Lexington, lover of smoothies and many other things sometimes. But mostly smoothies. I also exist in our Discord. You can find me over there along with all of these other lovely folks. It's a really great time and a really good community. So if you like watching us on stream or on YouTube, you should definitely check out joining. It's a really good time. And other than that, like I said, I also can't really be perceived at the moment. So on to Luna.
Hello, I am caffeinated and sugared up. So tonight's gonna be great. Hello, I'm Luna. I play our neurotic witchling and now ghost exorciser? May Lipinski, here on Monday nights. I am not anywhere else because no, but this is my home, so welcome. Chris. Or Kevin.
Hi. One of these days.
One of these
I can-
days.
Nice try.
There we go. I just spelled that right. I am Chris, aka Wayward Knight. I do things on the internet like play games. I run this game here on Monday nights. You found me. I also play Felicity Caldwell in our Saturday night game, Dead to Rights with Bison and Kevin. If you want to perceive Kevin, you can watch that game. I also host a podcast. It's called Professional Questers, where I interview people in the TTRPG community about the characters they play, and then I flip the script and I interview the characters themselves. It's a riot. Episode 3 is on its way, and y'all should come give it a listen. I have links, and they're right there in the chat. And without further ado, let's get started with a recap. It's a short recap today, actually, because it was mostly just long discussions last week. Guys, help! I'm
Time
drowning
is
in the caffeine.
I thought you
Time's an
prepared
artificial
for this.
construct.
Time's a weird soup. Anyway, the gang met with Alice to discuss how they were going to find and free Jack. May remained quiet through the entire encounter. Alice instructed them on the steps that would be required to complete the mission, and they resentfully agreed to go along with her. The next morning, after a slumber party for Ash and May at Nana's and some sinkhole dodging from Julian and Ye, they were met by a government escort and taken to a secure facility in the approximate location of Quantico, Virginia. Alice led them through the maze of an unmarked government facility to meet with John, another agent, presumably Jack's handler. They'll find that out again soon. Who finally opened a very locked door to reveal Jack, beside whom, at least for May to see clear as day, was a very powerful ghost sitting beside him, attempting to comfort him. And that is where we left off.
Hey, Jack.
The second that door opens, Jack leaps off the bed, grabs John by the collar, and drags him into the room. What do you know?
Okay.
What?
Jack, assaulting an agent is. You know the consequences for
He
assaulting an
knows
agent.
you know.
Who knows I know?
You know
What do
exactly
I
what
know?
I'm talking about.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about.
Jack's just glaring murder.
Yeah, he's gonna usher everybody else into the room, and then he's just gonna become the door. He just stand in the doorway. And
Nothing to see here. John, puts his hands on your shoulders and tries to, distance himself from you as much as possible. I imagine you're, gripping his fucking lapels tight.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
old. If he were any more Canadian, he would have jersey pulled him.
John is like, I. What did she say? She talked to you. What did she say?
He said that you know something. And the only way you know something that matters to her is if it had to do with her death. So you better start fucking talking.
I, I. That report is incredibly top secret. You and I both aren't allowed to talk about it, and you know that.
Yeah, I'd
Not in
rather
front of
think you're
civilians, especially.
past that point. That's my friend there. I like him. I like him when he's not being haunted and looking like he's been tweaked out for 3 weeks. Is there even a shower in here for him? Besides the point. I really think it behooves you to tell him what he wants to know right now.
May, you actually see, so as Jack is, um, death gripping John and definitely ruining his really nice suit. Um, Diane looks over and clocks you. and her face goes from very sad and heartbroken to looking over at John, and suddenly every single one of your phones, laptops, any electronic device pings and then pings again and starts ringing, and you are just inundated by all of these notifications. And May, um, this ghost is absolutely glowing, like right as day.
Hi, Jack. I'm May. I don't know if you remember me. We met the one time. Um, Maybe we should all just take a breath. I know something is going on here. Um, but let's not uh upset anyone else in the room.
He's going to answer the phone.
John,
Soylent Greens Cemetery. Come for the service, stay for the hot dogs.
so when you answer the phone, you hear a lot of incoherent female talking and chattering and backed by static. Um, the only word you can make out is the name John, over and over and over. And John, and if you look at your text messages, it's just John, 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 in all caps and everything. And John, like his phones are buzzing in his pocket, they're going crazy. John looks, he like puts his hands up and then is like trying to like gently push Jack back and says, "Look, okay, let go of me first, because if you assault an agent, you will be incarcerated, and I know you know that, and I know you know how bad it'll be."
Jack just like is like, if I assault my brother-in-law, being incarcerated is the least of your concerns. The phone's for you. He
Yeah.
stands up, lets go of his lapels. Jack's like handprints are like permanently creased into the collar.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, John is looking a little paler. Um, he he does his best to like straighten out his jacket in kind of a futile effort, and looks at you and says, "I am contractually bound to never discuss what happened, as are you."
Truth's gonna come out
And
eventually, John.
Alice speaks up and goes, "Jesus Christ, John, what did you do?"
Yeah, this is not normal. This is beyond even poltergeist activity at this point. Whatever you did, it was bad. May, what are you seeing over here?
Yeah, I was supposed to say, can May just turn to Diane and be like, "Hi, I can see you. What happened? I'm not under any contractual agreement. I can't speak."
Uh, when you talk to Diane, her head turns and suddenly she's like, "Wait, you can see me?" And suddenly all the phones go silent.
My God.
Whew. Ash like sticks a finger in the rear of and be like, "Oh, all right. Thank you. Can we get the story from her now, please?" not you. And like points to John because I don't even know if you're going to tell the truth.
Yeah, and just in case, Ye is keeping a really angry eye on John. Because somebody who, in the face of all of this, will say, I'm contractually obligated not to say anything, might try to do something stupid, like shoot my friend, at which point I'm going to have to tear his arm off and beat him to death with it and deal with the consequences.
Um, Diane looks to May and says, John knows what he did. Make John tell you. And she like glares, almost said dares glaggers. Glares daggers at John. And she is um her gaze then goes back to Jack, and she is just stuck on Jack. And she's starting to, like, her image is starting to flicker and sputter, like she's beginning to run out of steam, run out of energy. Um, but she wants John to be the one to deliver the news. But before she like fades to a level where she can't talk anymore, she says, ask him about who called the shot. Ask him about the policy. The policy. And she kind of begins to fade. Alice has whipped out a portable laptop, actually, and she's like trying to figure out if she can like do something while this ghost is still active. She's like furiously typing into like a handheld whatever. Um, and Diane's ghost begins to degrade and like weaken a little bit. She's still kind of a
Do something stupid. Can
figure.
May try to grab her? I know she can't physically grab her, but like grab her and pull her in. Because May's probably got a little bit more juice than Jack does right now.
Yeah, I want you to make me just a raw willpower doubled roll.
16.
Yeah, you stick your hand out and grab what would be Diane's wrist, I guess. Your best approximation, and your energy kind of anchors hers enough to let her um stay attached to Jack. Um and but instead of being able to speak freely anymore, she just says, you just hear repeatedly, ask about the policy, ask about the policy, ask about the policy. And John is still kind of like trying to recover from all of this. You've got all of these things repeating in your head.
I
Alice
think
is
a little
frantically like,
nosebleed starts, and May just
yeah.
turns her head to
Actually, what I
John.
want you to do, May, is roll on your tables.
Okay, cool.
Right, chaos. Sir.
It's a D20.
1 and 1. Here we go.
So along with the blood dripping from her nose, she starts to drool a little bit. I guess you'll find out if someone touches it.
No, the group has learned don't touch the weird magical that
I
extracts
rolled
itself from somebody's body.
I rolled 310 for you, Chris, if you just want to look at that.
Okay, I think I
All can hear
remember
is May
which
going
one it
into
is.
drool is ha ha ha.
It's just like kind of like she opens her mouth and it just kind of like pulls out the side.
Is she still able to
Like owning a
speak?
mastiff.
Is she
Yeah,
still like
she's
with
got
us
the
consciously?
the blood coming out of her nose and then just the drool coming out of her mouth and her eyes just glowing bright, and she looks at John and I think her voice kind of echoes a little bit and she's just like, "What's the policy?"
The policy. There are a lot of policies. Our
You know-
whole agency is made of policies.
You know the one. If she's asking, you know the one.
Alice chimes in. First of all, Alice pulls out a neatly pressed handkerchief from her suit pocket and offers it to May. And then
May doesn't take it. She just looks at her.
She goes like this.
Or Turner and Hooch.
She-
style.
I was
You
just
know where
yeah,
I've
like a
been.
mastiff just
she tucks it back in her pocket then and looks at John and says, Jesus Christ, John, I will take this over your head if I have to. I don't care how low profile you want to keep this problem. What policy? And then there's a ping on Alice's little handheld, and Alice looks at it and goes, John, why is she anchored to Jack's reports? Why is she anchored to Jack's reports from Kandahar? What did you do, John? John's like, I legally cannot talk about this. Listen, the
oh,
policy...
legally my ass. Just talk about it. Clearly, she's gonna go over your head. We're all pushing you, and we can stand here going back and forth until the day that we die and sit here like Diane, going, John, what did you do, John?
Okay, so that's 3 success levels for Jack grabbing John by the back of the collar and punching him square in the face.
Oh, yep, okay, yeah. Where's the punch maneuver?
This is going
Punch.
great, guys.
Yeah, this isn't degenerating rapidly at all.
Dexterity plus kung fu, please.
Dexterity plus kung fu.
At least ashes were just words.
2. Where's my kung fu? I'm looking in the wrong tab. Okay, Dex kung fu. So yeah, that's 12. Yes.
12. Uh, do, do, do.
Sorry, that's 2 successes.
That's two. Yeah, he's a government spook. He has no armor. You bash him, and he takes.
I think it's
You
4.
don't knock him out. You don't knock him out, but he takes a hell of a hit to the kisser. Um, and he goes, Jesus Christ. Fine, fine.
Jack's just like, you were her brother.
I had no choice. There was no time to call in an unattached sniper. It was call the shot or lose the target.
That fucker dropped. I hit him twice
Which is why
in the chest. He dropped after the second shot.
because I knew you could make the shot.
Why did it take 2 shots? That guy walked away from a blown Humvee. Why did it take 2 shots? His voice is starting to crack at this point.
Because he had a passenger. Like you do now. Alice is typing furiously on her handheld, and she's like, unredact these files, John. He's like, you know I can't do that. Unredact the files, John, or so help me, I will go against your direct orders regardless.
During this, he's gonna look over at Ash and just be like, Ash, get Jack. Just be my Jack. This could get really bad.
And Asher's gonna just like very slowly, very inconspicuously, just like edge closer to Jack. Just like a couple inches at a time.
Yep.
With what
John,
Alice said, Jack looks to Alice and then to John and then to Diane. It's like, what do you mean passenger?
May might be able to answer that one.
John balls his fists and does a hard swallow. He is shaking. I thought it was dead. Okay? Thought it was done.
Yeah, the
I
target.
didn't know it was going to come back. I didn't know it was going to go after her. There wasn't time to call in an unattached sniper. It was you or nobody.
Wait, you had him take the shot on a Revenant? A normal mortal with a mortal weapon taking the shot on a Revenant, and that was okay. You didn't put any extra guards on the wife? Nothing? Your sister? Nothing? You just thought, oh, a couple bullets will stop a Revenant. That's great. I know so much about the occult.
We had special bullets. We gave them to Jack. We didn't tell him what they were. They were experimental, but it looked like it worked.
Who did I
Clearly,
kill?
it didn't.
He hasn't. He's still locked completely on Diane. He's like, who did I kill, John? Who am I looking at?
You're looking at your wife. You killed. Well, we thought you killed a Jinn. Apparently, you did not. And he is silently weeping tears. His face is leaking. He's not sobbing. He's not sobbing, but his face is a faucet. Well, his eyes are.
Assassinate
So-
a Jinn with experimental bullets. And you used your brother, who has loved ones, to do it.
So the fire that night, and he, same as John, just absolutely rivers. Like his voice is fine, which is weird, but his eyes are just absolute faucets.
Jin Jin possessed her to get to you, is our best guess. The fire was an unforeseen consequence. Riley got you out of there, and unfortunately, we couldn't save her.
There are no words. He's just staring at the specter of his wife.
For those who aren't in the know, banish any thoughts you have about, friggin' Aladdin's genie or whatever. That's not Jinn. That's not. They're beings of smoke and shadow. And they are frighteningly powerful, incredibly vengeful, and there really aren't great ways to stop them, only contain them for a while. And yet, the US government thought, you know what'll work? Bullets!
That was a really big
Yes,
bullet.
they did.
Yeah, but the problem is, like with a lot of possessing spirits, killing the host doesn't kill the Jinn. Might make it have to hide for a while, but it's like shooting up somebody's car. They just get out of the car and they go get another car.
So I got ghosts in me.
You have your wife with you who is murdered and so tormented by the murder and the pain that you've gone through that she stuck to you, in part because she knew the person who actually contributed to her death was going to go unpunished. He's just going to seal everything up, never tell you the truth, and leave you to agonize.
I
did
was
3
not
moves.
unpunished. You don't think I haven't hated myself?
Well, you haven't hated yourself enough to be haunted.
I did
So
moves for you. Going all across the country, living in the shittiest motels America has ever seen. Chasing wild rumors and dead letters. For this? We deserve better than that.
I can pop his head like an eggshell.
Oh, I'm considering it.
Or do you guys have your answers? May like wipes her mouth and her nose just like blood and spit.
No,
And
you
she just
trying to
has
answer?
like a dirty hand.
Whips it on Jack's not bed.
No, she has it in her hand.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not going to make his clothes disappear, right?
No.
Okay, then I'm good. It's
I mean, if it makes his skin disappear, you know what? I have my answers. But I'm not the one that matters.
Yeah.
Jack?
I don't like the answers.
I know.
May's gonna look at Diane.
Diane is softer, a little more faded. She's not looking angry anymore. She's crying along with Jack. She knows that, and May, you can tell she's fading, because the truth is out now.
How about and she's like fully facing Diane, like just kind of holding on for as long as she can. Her hand curled up with that mess in her hand. It's like, I can give you one last hurrah before you go. And she's just gonna flick it at John, like at his face.
ooh.
Is it
That would-
the
That would arc over Jack's shoulder, probably.
is it the acid spit one?
She doesn't have acid spit, it's paralytic.
Paralytic. Right. Okay. Let's
That's why
see if
it's
John
like
can
it's funny.
dodge.
This is where it comes out. May used to play
Dodge
softball, everyone.
is-
Call this one the
I don't-
spitball.
Someone trip him.
He dodges. Or rather, it like lands on his sleeve and it misses his skin.
It soaks through. It's a big glove.
That's too bad. It would have
I
been
wanna
really
see
funny
if-
if he was walking down the hall.
Actually, I
and
want to
he
see if
just
he's an
stood.
idiot. He is an idiot. He tries to
Wipe
like
it?
wipe it off. And suddenly he's like looking at his hand and he's like, why can't my hand move?
May just winks at him.
What are you?
Apparently I'm cursed. And
And
I
then
don't
suddenly
like it
he
when
like
people keep secrets. That's bullshit.
She's also really awesome. Just saying.
Maybe your worst nightmare. Because she's
and you see
unpredictable.
like he suddenly like can't move his arm and then he can't move his shoulder and then he's like what 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 the hell is happening?
You're just gonna lay in your own shit for a while. You made Jack stay in a tiny room, reliving everything. So you get to live in your mind for a little bit.
Alice, you can't allow this. This is an assault on a government agent. You know what has to be done. Where are the other agents? Why aren't they here?
Don't
Is
worry
John-
about them.
He's-
They
is
won't
John
be joining
wearing-
us.
Is John wearing any sort of like, security badge, anything like that?
yes, he is.
Ash will just like, I'm assuming that John is like slowly like actually paralyzed, right? Ash is just gonna reach
yeah.
forward and like take the badge and be like, "What government agent?" and just like rip it.
He's at the indignant threats.
I don't see a government agent.
Can
Oh,
May
you
grab
bitch.
Jack's wrist?
Jack to snap out of his like reverie. He's just like watching her take it. He's like,
May like wipes her hand off really fast and like grabs Jack's wrist and like pulls Diane and like tries to like see if she can make some kind of connection so they can touch a last time.
You'll get in
Um,
on this and see if maybe the powers that be can show just a little mercy.
Okay. May, make me another willpower doubled. And yay. Also make me a willpower doubled.
Alrighty.
Can I make this a heroic feat? Can this count? I haven't used any drama points yet. I'm like, this is like the last time they can touch. She's just like, she wants this for them
Yeah.
so bad.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Mm. I rolled a 10.
2.
That's a 28.
Oh,
holy.
nice.
Okay,
30
first of
altogether?
all,
I have to roll on my table again.
you do. First of all, you guys see for the first time in this room, for everyone but May, you see Diane manifested. Jack, would you like to describe Diane?
Diane is funny enough just a little bit taller than Ash. She's got
Tiny.
a auburn hair and sort of a short bob. She's got jeans on that look like they've got like grease stains on them, like engine grease. Her t-shirt is from like it's an Iron Maiden t-shirt that she bought used. But her face is just pure sweetness. Like with a dash of tongue in cheek.
All right, quick. We
He
need a pottery wheel and somebody to put on Unchained Melody.
do. Anyway, she looks at May and then clocks everyone, clocking her, and she's not stupid. She realizes what's going on, so she immediately turns to Jack and she says, I love you, and I'm sorry. And she will reach a hand out and stroke his hair and kiss his forehead.
Feels like a little jump. Jack's just he's lost in the moment. You know, he doesn't have words. He's just kind of taking in, kind of trying to replace his last memory of her. Because his last memory of her, she was covered in blood. And yeah, he's just trying to kind of examine every inch of her face, you know, the way the light's hitting it, you know, just trying to remember.
Diane is able to stay in this form for about 10 seconds. And she has this glow about her that is just a pure reflection of her sweet, spicy attitude. and her love for you, Jack. And she's got a little smirk in the corner of her mouth as she kisses you gently on the lips and then says, "Bye, Jackie."
I'm gonna miss you.
And
Dad.
she fades.
I think it takes a few seconds, like you know how there's always like the slow, sparkly fade out. Once it's clear that she's gone, Jack's knees buckle. He just drops.
Ye's gonna catch him because he's right there. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's okay, buddy. I got you.
It's been 3 years, man.
I know. I could tell this has been going on for a long time, but you know the truth because we got your back. And we're gonna find that gin.
Not gin, tequila.
Well, we'll start with the tequila, then we'll get to the gin. Um, hey Ash, could you grab some hair from Johnny Boy there?
Oh yeah,
We could use a
absolutely.
little extra insurance policy here to make sure
There,
he stays out of everyone's lives.
there's like a Ash just like puts their foot on John's shoulder, like right in the socket, even though he's paralyzed. You know, just right in there, and goes, "I'm sorry, not really though," and just like right from his head, like not even
Whoa.
gentle about it.
I want you to know something, John, and I want you to shut up and listen. There's a bigger world out there than you could possibly comprehend. You think your position protects you and your contracts protect you, but I know 3 people off the top of my head who could have you pissing fire ants for the rest of your life. Angry fire ants. So you're done here. You don't contact Jack again. You don't look into any of us. We're not assets. And we're not somebody you want to try and get revenge on. You go on with your sad, empty, lonely little life, remembering how you fucked it all up with one stupid call. If I even think you're sniffing around us again, you'll live to regret it. And nobody will ever be able to do anything to get you out of what happens. He's going to look at Alice. Alice, can you get us possibly whatever you have on the target? I have a feeling this isn't over, and forewarned is forearmed.
I will see if I can get it unredacted. I don't have the authority, and unfortunately, this piece of human garbage uh, is not in a position to handle said information any longer. So I will go up the channels and keep in touch to try and get you said information.
Thank you. And for what it's worth, I still don't like you, but I appreciate that you brought us in and helped us get our friend. Do you need to escort us back out?
I believe that would be best considering what they're going to find in about 60 seconds.
Fair enough. Well, then let's go.
Hold on 1 second. And he goes back. Jack goes over to the bookshelf that was in the one corner. And he flips through, grabs one particular record out. Mine was scratched. I'm taking this one.
Nice.
Sorry, what did you take?
He took
A
one of the
record.
records because his was scratched.
Oh,
Ash will kind of, you know, wait for Jack and like slip an arm around Jack's waist and be like, "Come on, let's get you home."
Ye will hand off Jack to Ash because, well, Ash is probably the more dangerous of the two. They don't look it. So Ye is just going to return to looming. He'll hand May a wadded up but unused Burger King napkin from his pocket. And then I guess we just trundle out. That whole spontaneous snake venom thing was really cool.
Yeah,
I-
Alice.
like May's not saying anything. She like grabs the napkin and like crumbles it up really hard in her hand.
May, what
Mm.
did you roll?
I was gonna let them leave.
What role? What role?
She's holding it back with as
Okay.
much strength as she can, cause she
Can you,
doesn't want to happen with her mom there.
Can you shoot me that in a private message?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Alice escorts you back through the maze of the building. She actually takes you a different way out. Just so that your path is less traceable, as she is walking while simultaneously typing furiously on her handheld device. Looks like she's definitely doing some techno bullshit as this is happening. But she's still very adeptly walking and like weaving between the people coming the other way and stuff like that. Um, do, 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 do. Um, so May, are you actively doing that right now?
No, she's holding it back because she
She's holding
knows
it back,
it's about
okay.
to. Yeah, she knows it's about to happen.
Okay. Um,
Suspense.
Mhm.
you get
Oh.
outside. The car is still there. The car didn't leave. Alice ushers you all into the like driveway and says, I will take care of the aftermath. I have contingency plans in place. I will contact you. Don't contact me. And she walks back into the building. The agents open the doors of the car for you and get you in there quickly, and they close the doors and drive off and head back in the direction of Ohio.
It's one of those cars that like it has the seats where they're facing, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, May took one of those seats facing away from the people in the front. So I can't see her in the mirror, just the back of her head, which I guess they'll see what happens, but they won't see what happens. So May's sitting there and you kind of just hear like a
May?
and she starts sobbing, and these thick black tears start leaking from her eyes. And as they do, all of the pigment starts to leave her hair, just kind of draining out with these thick black tears, and her hair turns white, like stark white. And she's just sobbing these huge, like almost ectoplasmic tears from her
Oh.
face.
That's not
Ye-
creepy as
yeah.
shit.
Ye's gonna just move over, sit next to her, and dig out some more BK napkins. He likes the chicken
Julian
fries, don't
will
ask.
Julian will put a hand on Ye's and be like, no. And he will take out like a serious hanky and
Like a handkerchief.
offer it to May and just says, you can keep that.
Thank you. It's gonna be ruined.
And Julian was like in the back of this whole situation, just like frozen.
I shouldn't
Um,
be here. This is why I don't go on missions.
I'm a watcher, but I didn't
Exactly.
want to watch this.
I'm a watcher, not a doer.
Because Julian was actually like still in the car with the two agents, just like chatting.
Actually, you know what? I like that.
Nice.
Someone had to guard the Funyuns.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you guys have
Julian's probably the one who like petitioned for the car to stay in the driveway. Um, so you begin the long, long drive home, and you have a lot of time to think and to talk.
Well, let's start with the sort of round robin. What's your plan now, Jack?
um well, if I'm going to be honest, we still have a Hellmouth to close. I feel like that's kind of my fault, so yeah.
I think we all kind of contribute. Well, most of us kind of contributed. May wasn't there.
I wasn't here.
Just
She's
black
still
tears.
something.
There's a lot
Um,
of hair. It takes a little bit.
Are you still going to be a spook, or do you need to make new arrangements?
I don't know. Depends how angry John is. He might burn me, in which case I'm hooped. Or I could get picked up by another outfit.
Or you could do neither and just try and find a job and hang out and try and live a semi-normal life. Like if you want a place to stay that's not a hotel that rents by the hour, I have an extra room for a while. You can crash out in.
Well, I'll have to find a way to pay you back.
I know a place you can get a job.
Maybe you can stop people from handing out, charms.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
No, to people who shouldn't have them. It's no, not Jack. Would you like fries with that, Aldridge?
You know, maybe laying a little bit quiet would be a nice change of pace for a little bit. Recuperate.
Spent a month with just myself.
Nana will make you pierogies
Nana
and
makes
borscht.
They're
pierogies.
really good pierogies.
Yep. Just whatever you do,
Don't lick the
lick the
spoon.
spoons.
Don't lick the spoons.
He gives May a sort of look because, the fear that Ye and Ash just don't lick the spoons, man.
Like last time I licked the spoons, all my clothes evaporated.
May turns bright red, which is really funny against her white hair.
There's like a
Just
very
like
high pitched.
intensified.
It's a very high pitched. It's like from Ash. Just like
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like, sit in a room by yourself or anything, but just don't be a spook, watch some TV, hang out with us. Yeah, we'll still do patrols and such, and we do still have to close the Hellmouth, but you don't have to be on a leash anymore, especially now that you know the truth. And I know that's going to take some time to process.
He's like, I've been a soldier for 12 years.
Yeah, try not.
Just like you can see the look on his face. He knows from like not firsthand experience because he never really quit. But soldiers don't adjust. Well, so we'll see.
Yeah, he knows that look, and he's like, bro, I've been hunting demons and whatever since, I was a teen. Trust me, I get it. It won't actually feel as off as you think. The only difference is now you're not taking orders from anybody. You're making the choices, which also means you're responsible for the choices that you make. And that can be daunting Because you can't just go, oh, well, they told me to when I was following orders. You can't be John like that.
He was the best man at our wedding. Son of a bitch.
Well, he was kind of a man at your wedding, but obviously not the best one. And it's clear that however much he said he, hated himself about the whole thing, he obviously didn't hate himself or feel bad enough to actually tell you the truth when he knew. There's no way he couldn't have known why this was happening. And to cover his own ass, not only did he allow you to be in torment, but he put a really sizable chunk of the government, or at least the FBI, at risk. Or CIA, whatever acronym we were just hanging out with.
I
Sounds
don't
way
think
better.
that agency has a letternism.
Oh, I'm sure it does. They all do. We may never know it, but they do. They love their acronyms. The government.
That's true.
Government.org.
And he's gonna just kind of turn to May. Well, he lets Jack think for a bit, and he's like, May, thank you. I know this has had some effects on you. And I know you didn't really know Jack, but you put yourself in the line of fire and you put yourself through this to help us help our friend.
Well, I don't like it when people get used and abused, and Jack, you seem like an alright guy from what everyone has told me. So
Just
I mean,
thinking
I
of
hope
the
we
2 times
get to
she's
know each
seen
other.
him and he's been like,
Yeah.
"Is he a really big crow out there?" And
Where
is she? Where
Where are they?
Um, take it from someone who has hated themselves for a while now for other reasons. John was just a dick, and he turned that anger and sadness on other people, and that's not fair.
By the way, that's the most goodwill I've ever seen Alice Witch Lipinski ever give anyone.
Hamill.
She was Lipinski when we served, and it's a reminder that you exist. I see the twitch in her eye every time I say it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, you've probably known her longer than I have, so you can do what you want.
I'd like to think that she
Waters
was.
down her vodka.
Ooh.
It's everything you need to know about a person.
Well, I was
Are
gonna
we
say
sure she doesn't have a demon in her? No offense, yeah, that's not derogatory.
I think May would have been able to see. Did you see any controlling spirits or anything?
Besides the id of bitch, no.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Mm.
He has like a magical aura about her that denotes that she can use magic. She is a magic user, kind of like how
Yeah, that's the id
Nana
of
has an
bitch.
aura. Oh, okay.
Witch and bitch rhyme. The id of bitch.
I'd like to think that she did what she did in some sort of misguided attempt to try and bridge the gap and make it up to May, but I have a feeling she only actually did it because
To save her.
her group, yeah, to save her ass and because of the damage that John's bullshit did to her department or whatever you want to
It's
call it.
just in Kandahar the second she got a promotion to go back. Tells you something. That's
Yep.
when John came in.
Oh. Oh. Julian, do you know anything about trapping and containing gin?
Julian is like mid forearm into the party sized bag of Funyuns.
I thought he wasn't gonna get a party size. Criminal! Criminal! Julian, I
And
bet
he
you better
looks
be
up and
sharing those.
like somebody's like, "Oh, I mean, I'm sure there's a tracking spell. We could probably find one. Um, I know Nana has a lot of books too.
So like I really just need to clarify though, because I still don't know fully what a djinn is. They're not like, ooh, make a wish, things happen. I
No.
understand there's smoke and mirrors and bad
No.
things, but like
No.
what then what's their purpose?
So evil reap rewards of bad things.
Yep, there are ways to
Are
protect
are
yourself against them, but usually
are
when
they
somebody
are
Go
they
ahead.
magical? Are they spectral? Are they
Yes,
what are we dealing with? Yeah, the answer is just blanket yes.
they're magical, they can be spectral, they can shapeshift. Usually if they're attacked, they will actually try to possess whoever attacked them in revenge. I don't know if the bullets prevented that somehow, but obviously the possession and revenge thing still came through.
The man we were tracking was an arms dealer.
That's plenty of evil.
He, when we started, we opened off with a bit of a door knocker, which is a predator drone at 200 yards. He took a Hellfire missile to the Humvee he was in, and then I had to shoot him twice with a 50 BMG. And he looks at Ye. I'm like, I don't even think the best of your species could have survived that. I don't know how the hell he did.
Magic.
Speaking of magic, we gotta get Jack warded up, so dinner at Nana's and see what we can load you up with. What's your trinket of choice?
Tequila bottle cap.
I was like a bottle opener,
Yeah, bottle opener.
like the
I'm
keychain
sure
bottle
the-
openers. Yeah.
Just a
I'm
bunch
sure
of
we have a
different
couple
brands.
novelty ones.
Yeah.
Each one's a
One
different.
that looks like Tweety Bird. One that looks like a dinosaur skull.
Well, there's a shark's mouth. Just
Yep.
Yep.
One of
Oh,
those.
I do
Yeah.
too. That's why
I
I.
have another one that's a surfboard.
Yep. I got one that's a sandal.
So do I.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I had the ones that were on the bottom of your sandals.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
He's
Guaranteed
gonna.
to get sand in him.
Mm.
good old shoe beer.
Gonna rub the back of his neck and then be like, all right, so just to kind of lay things out, I think Kip is pretty much dealt with for now, but I was worried about Kip. Then we've got the Cruciamentum thing going
yeah,
on that we're still looking into.
we should fill Jack in later on that.
And then we've got the gin.
I think our main focus should be rock rabbits, because that's the biggest thing.
Oh,
if
yeah,
they're
'cause-
still around when we get home.
Then the rock rabbits.
And the rock rabbits.
Yeah, on the way to May and Nana's house from my apartment with Julian, all over town, like dog-sized rabbits were burrowing through the asphalt, causing accidents and delaying us. I actually caught one for a moment, but the little bastard kicked me in the face and ran away.
I watched that horror movie in a drive-through once.
But Night of the Lepus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Close, but those guys weren't burrowing through asphalt. They were like the size of a friggin' house. But
This is the prequel.
oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Rock Rabbits, the Night of the Lepus. I got you. So yeah, then we need to figure out what's up with the Rock Rabbits, because before the Rock Rabbits was the weird scroll in a freaking
Trash
barrel.
fire.
Yeah. Oh, there was a literal trash fire.
Yep. Literal trash fire drawing scrap metal from all over town and causing electronics to fail. It feels
Oh,
like,
and there was the sun and the moon, and they came.
oh yeah, the thing we did with the sun and the moon.
Wait, they're people?
Manifestations.
Yeah. Aspects of the celestial bodies. They had a bit of a falling out over the eclipse.
It is at this
They gave
point
him the good Dr. Phil treatment.
Jacob and Ash, or sorry, Ye and Ash realize for the first time that despite the fact of all of the weird shit Jack has done as a member of the secret government organization, working as a, slayer for hire practically, it is only just now that his mind breaks and the fact that you guys met the sun and the moon and helped them through their relationship problems. Is at this point that Jack's brain cracks.
My Nana knows them personally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that was
see the
fucking what?
brain dripping from his temple.
Apparently this is a thing they do.
Jack, don't piss off Nana and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from a Mennonite commune. You never piss off Flababas.
There you go.
The agents
So-
pull over at a rest stop because they learned their lesson on the way to Quantico.
Goddamn right they did.
So you guys get a chance to refill the Funyuns and
Julian ate a whole party-sized bag by himself.
Julian
No,
will be
but, like-
shoved in a corner with those Funyuns.
His wife doesn't let him eat them, so this is like his splurge.
We get one of those little mini bottles at like they have at rest stops for Jack. Like, all right, we're gonna
Yep.
start you off small.
Yeah, we'll get him a
Mhm.
Yale, get him
Yeah,
a
the
couple
little
pocketful of
nips, yeah.
nips and
Mm-hmm.
He's
you're like
Sweet
Mm.
Cuervo, I missed you.
it's like, but bro, I know this might sound a little odd coming from me, but we're gonna want to work on that. Like you're a grown man, you can make your own decisions, but I don't know that you need to be zooting out of your friggin' mind.
I just worked through 3.5 years of trauma.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying don't drink this now. I'm just saying I remember how you were getting. And as a friend, I don't want to see you go there again. So get shit faced today. I will friend sit you. That's entirely fine. I will make sure you don't, pee in Nana's favorite, soup pot or whatever. But we're gonna have to find healthier ways to work through this after that. And I'm saying this as a friend who, came with our group to get you out of that situation. We didn't come to rescue you just to lose you again.
You can see the shame on Jack's face, but at the same time, sweet Cuervo, I missed you. Oh, Jose,
Yeah.
we've got so much to talk about. He also
When you
collects-
guys
he collects $20 from the driver because he's like, I told you they'd get you to stop.
as you guys round up everything, Julian gets another phone call. He takes it outside like he always does.
Oh yeah. Julian's wife was gonna get her like crusty old watcher dad shit faced to try and get
Drunk.
some information out of him.
Is that Funyuns I
Nice.
smell on your breath?
I can hear the crumbs in your voice.
um, yeah. So he's on the phone for another like 10 minutes. The you can If you want to, whoever wants to can make a perception notice roll.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everybody grabbing dice.
May's good. May's
2.
done for the day.
15. Oh, so I guess
Okay.
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
4. 3.
Yep.
What?
Ge-
Perception notice. It's a
Oh,
12.
yeah.
So 2 successes.
Given
okay.
all the fluids that
Uh,
May has had to shed today, he's gonna make sure that May gets a Gatorade or
Got
something like that.
electrolytes in it.
May is so used to this now. She just holds her hand out, grabs the Gatorade. She already knows it's open. He already opened it for her. Just like,
um, yeah, May, you're just like trying to get your blood sugar steady again. Yay and Jack, you hear mostly just like a raised tone through the windows of the car as you have sat back in your seats. You pick up like the phrase like, did you get a name? Or and like, how is she doing? And stuff like that. Ash, you hear a little bit more with your, heightened Slayer hearing and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You hear stuff like, okay, well, get on the first flight here and we can find somewhere safe. And, something about a burner phone, stuff like that.
Jack, I know a place.
And then he ends the call and takes just like a big breath and a big sigh, runs his hands through his like formerly nicely coiffed hair, and
What?
begins to kind of let down that air of like composure that he's had. And you see, Ash, you see, because you have more of a connection with him as, he is your watcher. Um, his walls were cracked and now they are crumbling. But he takes a deep breath, attempts to recompose himself, and then gets back in the car with a fresh bag of Funyuns and a bottle of water. And he says, okay, I promise not to eat all the Funyuns. Pinky promise, or whatever you do. He hands over the Funyuns.
There's like a look on Ash's face that like they'll like meet Julian's gaze and like really contemplate asking about it right now. But they're also kind of, I think, like a little trying to pull things back together. And they'll just go later.
Julian will look down, knowing exactly what you mean by that. And it's kind of like do a little nod and look back up at the group and just give the all clear to the driver, and you head on to the second leg of the way home.
I stuffed
Any other
Funyuns in her
discussions?
face.
Stuffing Funyuns in your way. So you
Shoot, no.
guys,
Nana doesn't text. Damn it. Nana's just like gonna have to expect guests. She's just gonna have to expect guests because
I feel like it's
Honey,
Nana, and
Nana
Nana
always
always expects
expects
guests. Yeah, I was like,
guests.
Nana always expects guests. Even I do that way.
Rose will tell her before
She
you
there's
does
make
always
not.
got something on the stove.
Yep.
And the crows will
Um,
tell her before you get there.
exactly.
If Macy one
when
sees one out the
you-
window, hey, tell Nana we got another person to feed.
Well,
And the driver's
actually,
just like, the fuck?
so after a couple more hours, because it's a long drive, but after a couple more hours, you guys get back to the edge of town. Um, there's not a lot of the sinkholes on Nana's end of the city. Um,
They don't dare.
I not I. There is like beyond Nana's neighborhood, you can hear and feel the vibrations in the air of all the construction equipment just shaking the city trying to frantically repair all of these sinkholes.
Mm. Rock rabbits.
Rock rabbits.
Yeah.
These are the worst potholes I've ever seen.
Yeah, I said the rabbits were huge.
And one still got the jump on you.
But no, I got the jump on it, and then it got the kick on me.
Fair.
As you pull up to Nana's house, she well, first of all, the first thing is a big fat ass crow lands on the roof of the car and just starts pecking pecking like it's perched like right on the edge of like the roof and is looking like down upside down into the window right
That's gross, dude.
where May is sitting and just kind of like gently tapping the window like it knows where May is and it knows that May needs some comfort. Um
Oh,
and
it's Bartles and James. What up, yo?
um the agent tries to shoot away, but it just like paws back like really defensively, and the agent's just like
I think May sends the deepest death glare towards him. Like she's had a day and she's done, and if someone tries to hit her friend, she's gonna kill someone.
It's best just to leave the crow alone.
Don't piss off Corvids.
Yeah, I wouldn't
don't
do
do
that
it.
for you.
There's a reason
Yeah.
they're called a murder.
the agent's eyes go like a little wide, and then he just like says, "Make sure you have all your possessions before we leave," and then gets back in the car.
Yep. All right, everybody out. That's
Julie
not.
makes sure to grab the Funyuns.
Yep.
Can't lose those.
He's gonna take what remains of his like fourth bag of peppered beef jerky.
Oh, yeah, there's all the peach rings and sour watermelons that Ash is just like, he said, Nana, we brought snacks!
Nana, you actually like the door opens for you. No one opens the door. The door just
course.
opens for
Opens.
you. And you hear Nana,
Diddly
she's like,
swing.
"Welcome back."
Nana, we brought a friend.
Whoa, yes, the more the merrier. Also, where did you go?
Quantico?
Okay. You know, I've never been there, but I hear it's a wild time.
May
Anyway,
looks at Nana's like, Nana, I think
Jack's like,
this is a die job. I don't think this is gonna come back.
she looks at it. She kind of like takes a piece in her hands, and she's like, Yeah. What color do you want this time?
The same, please.
This time.
Okay, I pick up some dye at the store when I go to the delicatessen. Ah, I made borscht tonight, so who wants borscht and sausage?
Is it blue sausage?
There is just a very like Ash literally
Ah.
jumps and just on the back of Ye's head.
Worth it.
I'm so tired. Just like
Well, Jack, how would
gonna
you
be
like a
guys can-
really
forever.
good home cooked meal?
Anything is better than government food.
Oh, this is way
And
better
I'm
than
counting
government food.
MREs. Anything is better than government food.
All right. Well, let's get everybody settled.
He says that with like a look of desperation on his face.
Just imagine that they're all kind of like kids coming out home after like a really long like sports practice, like bags just thumping on the floor, shoes getting kicked in the hall. You
Oh,
know?
Oh no, Ye's being very respectful. He knows.
Oh no,
better.
I know, but
Nano
that's like
is-
the image I got.
image,
It's just
yeah.
like, you know, them just like piling into the kitchen.
Yeah, after school.
Yeah.
Then it's like you'll have to fill me in on all of your adventures. I don't know your name, but I will find out. And then she goes and she says, "May, can you help set the table, please?"
I can get it. You had a long day. I just
You
had to
sure?
stand there. Yeah, I just had to stand there and be menacing. Just have a seat, take a load off.
I think that's
Yeah,
an
do you-
important job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, do you know anything about rock rabbits? Big rabbits. Really big rabbits. Underground
through-
rabbits.
They burrow through stone and asphalt.
Is that what's been making all the holes in the roads?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
He's just
That's
talking
why
as
the
he sets the.
bosses were late.
Once again, his parents have a catering place, so he's just very professional on it. He's helped out before.
Jack notices that Ye knew exactly where everything was in the house.
Yeah, yeah. Jack, he knows the place.
Nana says, or Nana thinks about it and she's like, "No,
Something new to Nana. Well, we'll have to try and bring you one.
I don't know if that's
I could make a
good thing or a scary
very
thing.
nice charm out of its foot."
Let's see, there you go.
Wait, but something that Nana doesn't know about is I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, it could be a new thing. It could be something, an invasive species from another dimension.
Right. It could have just crawled out of the Hellmouth and just, come to
Yeah.
visit.
You think it's like the Squits? Like they were drawn here by something?
Possibly. I mean, the squits were drawn by something that friggin' trash fire was drawing all the metal in had to be placed or made by somebody. There was the whole sleeping spell in the classroom, although we know the source of that one. But there seems like there's a whole lot more random dangerous magic being flung about and abandoned recently.
It's
Now
the Sunnydale
you know what
effect.
my life is like.
It's like it's the
May perks up when
Sunnydale
you say Sunnydale.
It's just something we used to talk about during the Black Ops. This town that just got progressively worse and worse until they had to close the whole thing down and blame it on an earthquake.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm from New Sunnydale.
My condolences. I've driven through there. It's a shithole.
Yeah.
Speaking
turned,
of, your dad called while you were away, and he says he decided
Yana, you
what
picked up the
movies.
phone?
I thought I'd try something new. I didn't know how to work the buttons, but like I heard his voice. He talked. I don't think he heard me back, but he said something about tell May Monster Madness who movies bunnies.
What? Nana, you speak
I
English.
don't know. He was
He's
talking nonsense. Something about uh bunnies that drink blood or something,
Oh,
which we all
Bunnicula.
know don't exist. Is it? What is that?
It was a fun series of books.
Yeah. I'll Nana, don't worry about it. I'll call him later.
Yeah. Uh.
You just
Yeah.
see
You
Nana
know
just
that Nana has.
just the dead air is just Nana just staring off into space.
Yeah, because Nana has this ancient landline that like you guys have basically like given up on trying to call her on. So like I think it's safe to say that like you guys are kind of like rubbing off on her a little bit of like maybe she should try something new. It's still very foreign to her. But like she kind of is open to new ideas a little bit as as she's been seeing um or it kind of seems like Nana is opening up a little bit more as you guys start to like open up.
Well,
Maybe
that's
that's
good.
just your imagination. Mm.
No, I'm sure we're having a positive influence. So we have food. Jack's gonna get a little verschnickled.
As you see him like trying to sneak tequila into his borscht. Sign of a
What you
true
don't
alcoholic.
know is the
Nana-
I was like,
borscht is
that's a
already
new
a
one.
little alcoholic.
Nana comes over and she's just like, "Here, take the bottle," and she like gives you like an actual bottle of like really nice Polish liquor, basically. Uh,
And the
it's like
vodka.
beet wine, but it's good.
It's beet wine, but good. That's a descriptor I've ever heard
That
of.
is a descriptor.
You know what? But I weirdly know exactly maybe how that tastes like.
Mm.
Fermentation.
Earthy fermentation.
It's made with like sweet beets and like some sugar and stuff, so like it's fine. Um, yeah. So dinner goes well. Nana is chatty, but she's not like prying. Um, the evening goes along, and what do you guys do as things wind down?
Yeah, he'll hang out for a bit, but he imagines that May's pretty tapped out and is going to crash. Especially given how things were going for May before they went on this little adventure.
She's doing that slow blink of just like,
Yeah. At one point, Ash just kind of like grabs May's hand and is like, "Come on, bed with you.
huh?
Yep.
Bed. Come on."
Thank you, Ash. It's probably best that I don't do it.
May instantly wakes up. What?
Nope, nothing. It's in you're dreaming. You're dreaming. You're
Yeah.
dreaming.
She
There'll be time
pokes
to
you in the
tuck-
nose. It's just like, it's a nice dream.
All right.
I'll tuck you in another time. Then he'll probably escort the sloshed Jack because he could probably leave him here and he'd be safe with Nana and all, but he also doesn't want to come back and have to, wet dry vac the carpet and possibly the couch in Nana's place. It's a really nice old couch, even if it looks like the cushions were replaced. Either way,
Before Ye gets too far up the door, Ash, like over the shoulder up the stairs, goes.
oh yeah. He'll just get Jack outside, get some air into him, get Julian out with him because Julian was going to drive with Ye until he had to abandon his car. But he can get everybody back to it. That's fine. That's fine. He'll wait for Ash, and then they will wander to his car. And
Yeah, as you're escorting Jack out, he's like, maybe I should get into paving. Seems like a good market.
possibly so. Construction's it's always needed. It's always ongoing. And
So, oh, yeah.
nope, go ahead.
Yeah, so you make it back to Ye's car, and Ye, you eventually make it back to your place. There are so many detours because of these stupid these stupid sinkholes,
Right.
and the construction. But eventually, Julian gets back to his car, and he goes back to his house. You, Jack, I think you're so shit-faced, you probably just pass out on the couch.
Oh, Ye's gonna put him on the daybed in his spare room, with a trash can next to him and a couple bottles of water and 2 aspirin.
Jack fell asleep on the walk from Ye's car to the house.
Yeah, that Ye's just like, oh, he's out. No, hurt. And it'll be like, Ash, you okay? To make it home, you want to crash on the couch? I don't know if your dad's
No.
home.
I really want my bed. And also, Ash is probably at their they have their own apartment too. So they're like, I just kind of want my own bed. May is tucked in, water,
Right.
peach rings,
Well,
maybe some Advil.
just wait right here. I'll be right back. Because Ye is going to escort Ash back. He's not letting a tired Ash and probably distracted Ash walk back alone in the dark when Slayers are dying.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Ash just it is walkable from Ye's to Ash's. It's
Yeah.
on campus. So
Yeah, so he's just like, Jack, here's Jack and Jack supplies. Gonna get Ash home. And Ye will walk home alone in the dark while tired and distracted. But that's different.
Well, as you guys walk back to Ash's, Ash, make me a perception notice.
Fantastic. Can it just stay in the shadows? That'd be really nice.
One.
One success level.
Is this something Ye should roll
They're
for too?
they're
or-
really tired. They
I
are
mean,
really
yeah,
tired right now.
you can. Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
3. Ye is the most awake of them all, probably because of the Red Bull.
Yeah. No, yeah, you definitely notice. You guys pass the smoothie shop on the way, or rather, where the smoothie shop was.
What?
There's
What?
no the whole building is gone,
Uh,
or is this
there's
level?
a sunken floor in a condemned building.
Does Ash notice, or is this just Ye who notices?
It's just yay.
Oh my god. Okay. Never
We'll-
mind. Ash
we'll-
is just groggy. Like, I'm so tired.
We'll deal with that tomorrow. There's a lot of things that tomorrow Scoobs can deal with. Tonight is just getting everybody settled and resting and such. So yeah, he's just gonna
School night.
yeah, kind of school night, whatever you want to call it, get Ash to their door and make sure they get in okay, and of course wait outside for a minute and listen intently.
Yeah, you hear, the door close, the door lock. You hear a very audible like, like from inside. The door locks. You hear like the chain kind of rattle a little bit as it goes across, maybe a thunk thunk of sneakers, and then you just hear one big whoop, and Ash is just like onto their couch.
Oh, okay, good. Just in case
It's
he's
the
going to do a
couch
little line of
bouncing against
salt
the
at the
floor.
front door.
Yeah,
Nothing he hasn't done before. He's just going to
Yeah.
put down the salt
Keep
because
all the
salt is
slugs out.
lucky.
yeah.
Then Ye's going to go home himself. He's going to grab a shower. Been a long day. The experience, and especially Jack's room, and carrying a probably filthy Jack a bunch left him feeling a little grody. So he'll get all cleaned up and go to sack out and pause and then text Ash, making sure it's not going through his priority, because at this point Ash's phone is probably on do not disturb, and just be like, hey, just call me when you get up tomorrow. There's so I've got some more news and you should hear it from me. And then
Ash is just like very quietly.
pass out.
And then we find out Ash doesn't check her phone in the morning, goes for a morning smoothie. We'll check
Nah.
it later. I'm really craving food.
It's nighttime. Guess what that means?
Ooh, Ash or Yay.
Meeny, meeny, miny, Jack.
All of us.
Oh,
grouped in.
Jack.
Oh, wild card.
Made her
Jack.
sleep. It was blue.
Mm.
Stop. I mean, don't, but stop. Jack. Jackie, old boy. You are absolutely wasted. But this dream is like the most vivid fucking dream you've ever had.
That's saying,
Hmm?
I said that's saying something.
Exactly. You are in a tattoo shop in New Orleans at like 11 o'clock at night, buck ass naked on the chair, bed, or whatever it's called.
David.
And there is a beautiful short haired woman tattooing her name on your ass. She finishes signing her property and puts the needle down, rolls over on her rolly stool to look at you and gives you a soft kiss.
When I get back, we're gonna buy a little pink house in Minnesota. He's drunk out of his mind. John Mellencamp just playing in the background. Because when I get back, I'm gonna marry you. Don't tell
She laughs and she has
Especially-
this beautiful laugh. And she tousles your hair a little bit. And she says, I love you, Jack Aldrich.
I love you too, Diane Mellencamp.
And that's where we drop the curtain on Jack. Ash. Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ash. Guess what time it is?
Okay. Mm, what am I rolling?
What am I rolling?
Make me like a willpower doubled.
Willpower. Okay, that's what I thought.
Peanut
Yay.
butter jelly time.
4.
It's watermelon time.
4 successes. 16.
Oh yeah, you're actually pretty fucking lucid, despite how tired you are. So
All the
this is
anxiety.
very, very weird for you. Do you remember when you went to that kind of other dimension where you saw moments that your friends were having
Mm-hmm.
and you're back there?
Is Allison there?
Allison's not there.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You're basically just kind of it's not so much that it's catching you up on what happened while you were away, as it just is like it just feels very peaceful and safe, and you feel comforted.
Is Couch at least, or does Ash have to walk around?
Sorry, it
Oh,
got cut
sorry.
off. What?
No, it's okay. Is Ash like walking around, or is there
You
a
can
couch where
absolutely
they can
walk
just
around
sit?
in the space. It's
Okay.
kind of like a weird void where things like materialize in and out as you approach them, then move away. Things look familiar, like, the part of town you grew up in. You can, it kind of mirrors um, wherever you want to go in Cleveland, but like there's fast travel too. Like if you just think that you want to go see your dad, you go see your dad. If you think you want to go see Yay, you go see Yay.
Okay. Ash
But
will
everything is
probably like.
kind of ethereal.
Okay, but it's like calm and everything.
It's very calm.
Ash will like slowly check in one at a time. May, Jack, Yay, Dad, Julian. Probably Julian, Dad. Dad last.
They are all
Hey,
they're all
not
sleeping.
first. This is Ye's private time.
They're all
Why is
sleeping
there
peacefully.
2 yays? May, yay and May. Wait, what?
They
So
are
they're all
all
sleeping
sleeping
peacefully.
peacefully. Yeah,
Okay.
and you hear this sort of all-encompassing voice that you heard the last time you were in this dimension of sorts. Hello, Ash.
Hi. Are you? Will I ever get to actually see you? What is this place?
This is a safe space.
It doesn't really tell me much.
It's all you need to know for now. other than there are people looking out for you.
Do I have to be asleep to be here?
No, you'll find the time will come when this space will be available to you. But for now, rest knowing that you are protected. Good night, Ash. And you are released from this space. You're still left asleep, but you have a very peaceful, restful sleep. And that's where we'll drop the curtain on Ash.
Meet
May.
with the final cheese man.
Hi.
May Barnaby checks in with you. He checks in on you. Not like in a creepy way. He just kind of looks into your window every couple hours through the night just to make sure that you're not having nightmares or anything. And you're not. But you do have really nice memories of your times with Lacey. Not sad ones, not ones that bring sadness. These are comforting, which is not something you felt in a very, very long time. And in these memories, something you don't remember is a large raven or crow just sort of in the background, observing, not looming, just sort of keeping an eye out.
Is it Barnaby?
Certainly about as fat, yeah. And your dreams continue like this, and you sleep through the night. And that's where we drop the curtain on May. As back Kyle cracks his knuckles. Preparing for the worst. Yay. I won't say I saved the best for last because this one, we'll see how this goes. You have presented to you in your dreams not another session with Dr. Varys, but in fact the white void, the peaceful white void that you are usually presented with afterwards. And this time, there is a desk with an open journal and a little novelty pen.
All right. Well, Ye will approach the desk and look at the journal, but he's not touching anything.
Where's my cursor? Make me a Make me an intelligence knowledge check roll thing.
This will go great. Nope. We ain't found shit. Roll the 6, 0 successes.
That's fine. There's already writing in this notebook. There are lovely, it's like elegant chicken scratch. Kind of excited, but still legible.
So there I was, barbecue sauce on my titties. What is...
Oh, you're gonna wish you didn't say that. It looks familiar to you, but you can't place why it looks familiar to you. The handwriting, I should say. Did did you say you read it or
Yeah, he's gonna read it. That's why
okay?
why he came up with that line. You know, it was elegant chicken scratch, and while he was trying to figure it out, he's like, that's where the whole barbecue sauce thing came from.
Gotcha. Yeah. It says hi. So it's really cool over here. I got this job. I'm like assistant to the like ancient Sumerian archive. Also, isn't my aunt so freaking cool?
Ye will pick up the pen, and he will write back, I miss you, I love you, but I cannot do this right now. And then he's going to close the book and walk away. Even if he ends up walking into just more endless void.
Hold on. The book smacks him in the head.
Yeah, that's fair. Doesn't change anything, but that's fair.
It 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 closes its pages on the back of your shirt and does not let go.
You've been Pac-Man.
I have been Pac-Man, but Ye has used really, he probably didn't look like it to anybody else, but Ye has used up his spoons for this day. Ye kind of had to do a lot and had to make it look like nothing was getting to him so that everybody else could be. And this is just too much for him right now. And so it can tug all at once, but unless it's keeping him in a friggin' coma, he's not engaging again until he wakes up.
Just held in place as he walks.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Almost
much,
like a mime walking
but
against the wind, just...
Moonwalking.
But the pen, the 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 pen that looks like a little cactus flies over and just writes in the air in front of you. I'm not mad. It's not your fault. I miss you. Love you guys.
If I could trust this was actually you, maybe things would be different. But he's just gonna take the pen and he's just gonna hold the pen until he's let out of this fucking dream. He will not be strong armed, not even by the powers that be, more than they already have. Even if it's for his own good, he cannot do this right now. And if they've got some sort of guardian angel watching him or whatever, some sort of spirit monitoring his emotions, they will realize this is quickly going to do him more harm than good if they do not let him out.
You feel the force keeping you back, the book tugging on you. You feel that dissolve, and the oblivion fades into just black as you wake up, and you are still holding that pen.
Crunch.
Correctly.
Whoops. Just gonna put it on his nightstand. Fuck.
Yeah, that's where we'll drop the curtain.
Bravo. to
So,
Chris. Damn.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was a doozy of an episode, you guys.
that was. Thank you,
Yeah.
Director Chris, for holding it together with all of our shenanigans.
The drama llama was well fed tonight.
Yes.
Trauma train, choo choo.
As was the Chaos Gremlin.
True bitches.
The
Yeah.
Chaos Gremlin was
Uh,
riding the drama llama through this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
On the trauma train.
Kind of sad I
Just
used
gonna-
up my paralytic spit, though.
John is still just on the floor trying to like move a finger.
Hey, wasn't Mellencamp gonna like pay the tab at the beer night tonight? Where is he? He's skipping out again. Fuck.
They locked him in the jack room.
Good. He
Alice
can live
just
in
like
it.
closes the door and locked it.
Yes.
Alice was busy. She had to like escort these people who were no longer needed in the facility out of the facility.
And then damage control for all the things that
And
Diane
then damage
destroyed.
control. Yeah, exactly. Alice is back doing her job. So thank you guys so much. I really put you guys through the ringer tonight. Thank you, Luna, so much. Thank you, Mana Queen, so much. Thank you, Bison, so much. Thank you, Bat Kyle, so much. Thank you, producer Kevin, so much. Thank you, everyone in chat. I mostly got to read it tonight, and I kept my cool. Thank you, everyone watching the VOD and on YouTube. If you made it this far, you clearly liked it. So hit like, subscribe for more, and tell us what you thought in the comments because we love hearing it. We love it. Last but never least, if you have the energy, be kind. But if you don't, please, 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 at least be nice to each other.
And thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
We have. Alrighty.